Apparently, Obama is known for his singing and writing skills. But he is not the only U.S. president to have special talents. Most of his predecessors have been secretly talented and have even used their dexterity in various fields. Despite playing golf and using manipulative talks, these presidents have been surprisingly creative in their particular area of interests. 10. Franklin Roosevelt. The only president to achieve a credit in a motion movie, The President's Mystery. The movie starred Henry Wilcoxon, who played the role of a rich man who disappears with all his money and begins a new life. Roosevelt was a big fan of paperback mysteries and mailed this idea to a pal: what if a millionaire runs away with all his money? So 6 writers came together to write the story of the movie. 9. Richard Nixon. Richard Nixon once appeared on the show The Tonight Show starring Jack Paar. He flaunted his funny side as well as his musical skills. Surprisingly, he never learned music but could play the saxophone, clarinet, accordion, violin, and piano. Flaunting his funny side, he did a cameo once that became an instant hit. This, many people think, helped him have an upper edge in the presidential elections. 8. Warren Harding. Regarded by many as the worst president of United States of America, Warren Harding, despite all the criticism, is the most musical president of the United States. His dexterity was in the sousaphone, an instrument which could be wrapped around the waist while being played. He even played it along with the band during his presidential election celebrations. He actively played for his high school band before joining politics. 7. Dwight Eisenhower. Dwight Eisenhower was one among the only 5-star generals among the U.S. presidents. He was the supreme commander during World War II. But only a few people know that he was a great painter. But didn't begin painting until he was 58. He spent the last 20 years of his life painting for refreshment. But he opposed the idea of selling the paintings and used them as gifts for family members. 6. Harry Truman. Harry Truman was known to be a pianist. Although he was not really good at it, he confessed it himself. During his school days, he used to practice the piano 2 hours before school, waking up at 5 a.m. every day. Although his skills were not that good, his love for music was unquestionable. He said he missed being a musician and hated the fact that he was not good at it. 5. Bill Clinton. Bill Clinton famously depicted his saxophone skills in 1992. He played Heartbreak Hotel on the Arsenio Hall show. But many people are aware of this. What most people don't know about is Bill's secret ability to solve crossword puzzles. He reportedly could solve a New York Times puzzle in a few minutes. He once said that solving a crossword is similar to solving a difficult problem. 4. Abraham Lincoln. Abraham Lincoln is the only American president to have a patent filed. Only a few people know that he was well versed with various mathematical laws and Euclidean geometry. Lincoln is said to have invented with one of his colleagues the device for buoying vessels over shoals. A model of his invention is on display in Washington, D.C. His leadership skills are exemplified around the world, but only a few people know about his secret talents. 3. Jimmy Carter. A well-known humanitarian, Jimmy Carter even won the Nobel Peace Prize in 2002. But only a few people know that he is a published writer and poet. He had been writing poetry from the time he was in the submarine force around 1949. Though, critically, his poetries were not appreciated. He depicted more talents when he painted the cover for his own book, since he could not find a good cover. 2. Ronald Reagan. Before commencing his journey in politics, Reagan was a notable actor, having been acted in more than 50 films. His most popular movie is the Knute Rockne, all-American biopic in which he played the role of a football star. He began his career as a radio sportscaster for $10 per game. Later, he got into movies and TV shows and had a great career before launching himself into politics. 1. Thomas Jefferson. Thomas Jefferson is a well-known author of The Independence of Dependence. But only a few people know that he was a great architect and a talented musician. He has innovated a lot of items such as a pasta maker, copying press, etc. One of his inventions, the great clock, is still present on the entrance hall at Monticello. He played the violin and practiced it 3 hours a day. As an architect, He has designed a lot of universities and offices. Too much to ask from a president,